All right, we're here at the 2024 In-N-Out Finals at Pomona Dragway, and I'm talking to Jimmy DeFrank here, 5-time world champion in Super Stock, but obviously he runs Stock Eliminator as well, always runs 2 cars at the track. And Jim, how you doing, sir?
Doing good, Bobby. We're having fun. Unfortunately, today is Friday and we just lost this morning, but racing's humbling and tough, so just have to go with it. Try harder next year.
Right, so. Yep. So, I mean, Stock Eliminator, you're running, you know, the blue 70 Camaro. I've known you to have a 69 Camaro.
Yes.
Is that car okay? Or?
It is. It's at home. My dad just preferred to bring this one. He wanted to try a few things on this car, so we brought it this last couple of weeks, Vegas and Pomona here. And 69's at home, all shined up on jack stands. So it's the 69 Camaro is so nice. I'm afraid to drive it or scratch it or do anything. So this worked out good for me too.
Right,
so,
right. And this is a very pretty car as well. It's a B-Stock automatic 70 Camaro.
Yes.
B-Stock automatic. What engine combination would be in here?
This is a 402 big block, and you can run A-Stock automatic and B-Stock automatic. And we've actually just put this car together a couple of years ago. It was a friend of ours named Tom Kerr that decided not to race, and he's a good friend, and he sold us this car, and I just can't say how comfortable it is and how much I like it. It's just so nice. My dad and Tom did such a nice job, and I just can't believe it. It's just amazing how comfortable and smooth it is.
Wow, and it's got a Jeff Taylor name on it, so I'm assuming
yes, he did this engine.
He handles the engine builds for you?
402, yep, he sure did.
Now, does he build all the engines for all the cars?
He does the Cobalt, and for this car, and then Brian Tilburg, back by you, did the engine in our 69 Camaro.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, that's another big name in the
yes, yeah, sure.
396 world.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Is that what you run in the 69?
We have a 396 and a 427. Yeah,
okay.
I've been running the 427 lately that Brian did as well.
All right.
Yeah.
So now this car, you haven't had it very long. No. I see. I mean, you guys play musical cars with Bo Butner. It looks like. I see Bo's name on the side of it.
That's correct. Yeah.
I thought Bo was driving it at first.
Yeah. Well, Bobby, it's so funny because I prefer just to drive one car, the Cobalt. And Bo and my dad talked me into driving in a second car, and I told Bo whatever car he doesn't want to drive, I'll drive, and he chose our Copo Camaro there under the cover, and I drove this, and I love it. It is so comfortable.
Wow, yeah.
I just cannot get over it.
He had a lot of success in it, so you must have gave him a few pointers before he got in there.
No, Bo's a natural. I can't do what he does. He jumps in anything, makes it look easy, and I'm just comfortable in my car, but yeah, we had a great time.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Let's take a look inside the car here.
Ahead, yeah.
Now I see a PMR steering wheel. Watch yourself.
Yes, Phil did a lot of work on this, some suspension work, steering wheel, steering column, and some finish work, the front shocks and suspension, and it just works great. I just can't get over it.
What kind of transmission and torque converter do you guys run?
This is a Pro Trans 350 in here, and this has a cone converter in it, and the Cobalt has also a Pro Trans transmission with a Len Snyder converter. Oh, really? Yeah.
Some big names there.
Yeah.
Now, B-Stock automatic, this would be an 1125 index. What's the minimum weight that you have to run?
3570 with this combo. Okay. Yes.
Kind of
this car and B.
Slightly heavy car there.
Yeah. It's good, but yes.
What kind of elapsed times? I mean, have you been running on average with it?
Well, here probably we were running low 1040s this week in Pomona.
And what's that? About 126?
The best was 126. Yes, that's correct here at Pomona. Pomona's a little downhill, so it doesn't hurt. Hurt the stock and super stockers very much. So.
Good to know there. If anybody hasn't raced at Pomona yet.
Yeah, interesting Pomona fact. So, yeah.
And what kind of rear would be in this car?
Chevy gears and fuel cell weight box, 16-volt batteries in this one, and a lot of weight bars, but yeah, really nice.
Got the Aeromotive, looks like the A2000 pump right there.
Yep.
What kind of race fuel do you guys run?
Oh, I run VPC25 and actually all the cars so that we don't get them confused.
Right.
And although it's a little more expensive, it's just easy to keep it the same. And instead of one of us picking up the wrong jug or something, so
Correct,
C25
yeah.
and everything.
You don't want to have something silly happen at a fuel check. So.
Exactly.
Good idea.
Which we did years ago, and that was our lesson. So mixing cans. So.
All right, Jim. So you're running the Hoosier tire, the Stocker radial, I'm assuming.
Yes, yes, we are. This is the CO6 compound radial. We run two different sizes a lot, the 92-inch and the 94-inch, and all the way around. And we have Hoosiers on the Cobalt as well, on the super stock car. We've tested so much over the years, and Hoosiers have always been the fastest for us and the most consistent. And we this year was our first year with an official Hoosier deal. We're so excited and thankful to them.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
It's great. We've always run them on the Stocker. And yeah,
congratulations on sealing that.
Yeah, thank you.
And good to know about the different compounds and testing.
Yes, yeah, so much. Yeah, we would just buy tires and back them, you know, all in a row, and these have been the best for us.
You said you had another brand on there. And
we did.
What did you experience?
Yes, we were at a track in Bakersfield, California, one of our closest tracks. It was very hot. It was 100 degrees, and the car was spinning. It was a little frustrating. My brother was driving it. He only gets a race twice a year. We put our Hoosiers on the Copo. It hooked up perfect, never spun again. So it was, what a testimony and a good test there. Wow. At a slick track and a hot track. And we were just dead sold on them.
Jimmy, you've been involved in drag racing, I'm assuming, since you were a young kid.
I have, yeah. You know, I really have memories from when I was 6, 7, 8 years old. At that time, we had Hemi cars and Super Stock A automatic then. Rick Hauser drove one, Phil Mandela drove one, and I remember starting to learn then, and I was always good friends with Jeff Taylor, so I was kind of learning and sponging information in since I was really young. So I was learning about racing before I actually drove a car, which was really neat. So I'm very thankful to all of the people that I got to hang out with before I jumped in a car.
Yeah, that's great. What was the first car that you ever went down the track in?
The first car I went down the track in was a Mustang rental car.
Nice.
From a local dealership. We went to a local track in Palmdale, California called LACR, and ran, oh my goodness, I want to say 18 or 19 seconds, something like that. But I got used to going down a racetrack and staging a car and whatnot. We did that a couple times. And my first race car shortly after that, within a few months, was a 1988 Camaro with a small block Chevy 327. Gary Hetler and Brian Tilburg did back then. And that was our first world championship car, two world championships actually with that car. So it's very special. And raced that car from 1995, the first year, until 2004. So,
okay.
Yeah, good car. Yeah.
Now, I believe there's one of your Camaros is on the East Coast now.
It is.
That a gentleman runs in Division 1.
Yes, Herbie
Is that
Sullivan.
same car?
That is that car. He painted it, but that's that car. And
Wow.
I talk to them a lot. They're a terrific family.
They are.
I love talking to them, and he's doing a great job. He's like a natural.
Very good driver.
Jump in, and he's good lights, and he's doing really good. So that's great. I love that car, though, and what great memories. Our first world championship with that car was closed at this racetrack in Pomona in 1997 at the last race. So that car is very special. This track is very special to us to do that.
That's awesome. That's a great story, and I guess you'll be happy to know that car is very active and very pretty.
Yeah.
And like you said, Herbie's a great driver.
He is. I love watching it, and I talk to them once a month at least. So.
Nice.
Yeah,
all right.
great.
All right, let's talk about the old bread and butter car right here.
It is. That's what we call it too. That's funny. Yeah. Yeah. This is a car I'm most comfortable in and driving super stock. I prefer just to drive one car, and this is it. I get talked into the others, and there's so many great racers that race two cars, and it probably sounds ridiculous, but I just feel more comfortable in one. I feel like I'm behind in two cars sometimes. So.
Well, how long have you been driving this car now?
This car since 2007, and although our old Camaro, the blue one, has a special place in my heart, this one we've actually won more races with now than the Camaro. 3 national championships with this one. and 10 division championships with
Wow.
it. So it surpassed the Camaro, and now this one is, yeah, so special to us. So
Super stock B modified? or?
B Super or C modified. I go back and forth between those two.
Okay. What kind of changes would you have to make to do that?
You know, actually, I leave it the same, Bobby.
Okay.
I always run the one carburetor. It's a Holley 750. I just leave that on. Every now and then in CM, I might put a bigger carburetor on, but usually I just leave it. And it's just the only difference is the index. It's the same weight and everything else.
What cubic inch is the car?
This is a 321 inch. It's a wedge engine, which I really like. It's not quite as quick as our SB2, but I just really enjoy that engine. A little easier on stuff. Seems to be a little bit more dialable for me. So.
And what's the index when you switch the classes?
Superstock BS is 965 and CM is 950.
Okay.
15.
And I mean, on average, what do you run lapse time wise?
You know, like here at Pomona, high 870s, low 880s was the window. Here, Vegas was high 890s, low 90s. It's kind of.
What kind of mile an hour does it turn?
155 here at Pomona, 151 at Vegas.
All right.
Yeah.
So usually chasing people now, but
Most of the
with the
time-
advent of some of these Cobra Jets, I guess you're getting chased once in a while
yeah,
now, right?
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, racing the Cobra Jets, I usually leave first. Yeah, they're so quick. 850s are quicker with them. So
How
yeah.
about that?
Yeah.
What kind of transmission and
This is a Pro
Converter.
Trans Torque Flight in here. This has a 7-inch converter in it, differing from the Camaro's 8-inch. So, yeah.
what kind of RPM do you turn this thing to?
You know, this one it was 9,900 at the finish line here in Pomona.
Wow,
So,
screaming.
Yes, it's loud, but thankfully it's been or knock on wood, easy on parts and valve springs and things. And
Yeah, do you have to get a freshen up every year with this?
you know,
or?
I like to do it once a year. That's a great question. Once a year, I check the valve springs every 2 to 3 runs, just to make sure they're okay. It's been very reliable though.
And what kind of rear?
9-inch
4
Ford
9-inch?
in this,
Okay.
yeah, and that's good. Yeah, I bounce between a 583 and a 620 rear gear in this car, and yeah, same batteries as the 70 Camaro and the 69 Camaro as well. So we have all the same with that, same battery chargers for all the cars. So
Right. That's
everything interchangeable.
good
there.
thinking, right?
Yeah,
In case you need to borrow from another car.
Yes, little simpler for us. So.
Have you ever had to use the parachute?
I never have, Bobby. Thankfully, it stops. Even at Pomona, where it's a little bit shorter shutdown.
I have to get down this track someday. I'm gonna
it's
tow
awesome.
out here.
It's very special. It's
What size Hoosiers do you have on this car?
14.533, and they're about 103-inch rollout that we run.
Yep, and I think that's about as big as you can go in super stock. Is about a 14 and a half
Yes, yeah, that's right.
wide.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I would be willing to bet it's very rare to spin in this car.
yeah, pretty rare. Yeah, for the most cases. Yeah, track would have to be pretty marginal. so,
Right.
Yeah, would you like to see in the Kirky seats, same as the 2 stockers as well. Still using MSD 7AL2, which I get teased about.
Oh, how about that? Solid pieces.
Yeah, old school and simple, but still get teased on that one.
You got the touchscreen with the GPS there. There you go.
Yeah, well, that's just the stock dash, but no, nothing hooked up there. I love the precision shifters. I have those in all the cars with the same pattern, and really comfortable. I feel safe with those.
Right, they're good pieces. I have one of those in my
Yeah, they're
Stock
great.
Eliminator car as well.
Really comfortable.
I like this interior here. Who built this car?
This is an East Texas car, Vic Custer, out of Texas. In,
Big name, yeah.
East, or Houston area, I guess it is.
And very good quality build for sure.
It is. Oh, we love this car. You know, very little trouble and great shape for being built in 2006. So,
Wonderful.
yeah.
Now, the California Car Cover Company,
Yes, yeah.
what year did that start? Started by your father?
It was my folks, mom and dad, 1989. So this is our 35th anniversary this year. It's a special year for the company, and a lot of neat things going on with the anniversary promotions. It's been, knock on wood, it's been busy. We're very thankful for that. You don't hear that all the time or throughout this last couple of years. So we're hoping and praying it keeps going, and maybe even better next year. So
that's great.
good.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary there,
Thank
35
you.
years.
Thank you so much.
I see a nice
One of the
California
covers,
car cover
yeah.
right here.
Yeah, little
Anybody?
rain last night here in Pomona, so yep, that's Bo's ride there, and
Bo retired.
Bo,
There's Bo.
Bo's about as excited as I am today after we all lost this morning. So.
It was a tough day today.
It was a tough day, but
unusual day for this camp.
It's okay. Racing's humbling, and it's harder every year. So we tried our best, and we're thankful to be here and get away from the office and enjoy this. I mean, you can't complain. You feel bad when you lose, but hey, there's a lot worse things to be doing than
exactly. We're
have
very
this
blessed
opportunity.
to be able
blessed.
to do this.
You're right.
I do want to ask you. I keep seeing
Yes,
this
yeah.
Golden Shine car care products
Yes,
here. Is this
yeah.
a new product that I need to be aware of, or
well,
what?
it's pretty new, Bobby. That's our wax line, detail spray line, just an all-around car care line, and it's sold under California Car Cover Company. We actually sell it on Amazon now as well, but that's really picked up over the last handful of years.
All right, so this is one that you started.
It is, yes.
Okay.
That's a division of California Car Cover Company, and
Awesome.
yeah, it's doing well.
Yeah, I have to
detail
try it out.
spray- Yeah, detail spray is great for the racetrack, like the California Car Duster. Those are a few products that come in handy at the track, you know, so we can stay clean and keep
Right,
the cars
the car duster. I do have one of these
Yes.
that we use at the track, especially on a day like today where
Yeah.
it's unusually dusty here this weekend.
For whatever reason, it's super dusty at Pomona. I don't know, maybe no parking lot sweepers before
Right.
before the race, but yeah.
A dragster went by me. I'm like, man, that thing is smoking.
Yeah,
and it
you
wasn't
know,
the dragster.
It's super dusty. Well, they have a lot of events here. Some of the events at Pomona here are like dirt races or monster trucks and things. So there was dirt on this property sometime in recent months, and they definitely left some for us.
They left you some, right?
Yeah.
All right, Jim. Well,
Yeah.
hey, we thank you very much for spending some
you.
time with us.
Yeah, thanks for
And
including me.
is this your last event of the season?
It is
Pack
the
it in now.
last event, and I don't know when we'll start next year. We haven't decided. It might be here in the spring, or maybe a divisional race somewhere before. But this is usually our start and finish of the year.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we wish you luck for next season.
Thank you.
Hope business is rocking and rolling in the
hope
off season.
So too. We hope and pray that too.
And we'll be checking you out next season and see how you do. All right, bud?
Thank you, Bobby. Thank you for including us. Yeah.